everybody, this is your host, the Platinum Knight, here with another video game review. And today's game review is going to be Evil Dead, the game. As you can see, I got my Evil Dead t-shirt on. Special thanks goes to my buddy Campfacer, everybody. He's the one that actually got me this awesome t-shirt for my birthday, so yeah, everyone, I will have a link to his channel down below in the description. Please go subscribe to him, everybody. So, with that being said, let's get on with this review. While there have been many Evil Dead video games before this one, all of them have been linear single-player games that many people have said are actually pretty good. In Dead by Daylight, the game developers were able to obtain the license to add Ash Williams from Ash vs. Evil Dead as a playable character. The problem is, based on Dead by Daylight's hide-and-seek gameplay, this means Ash couldn't have his iconic chainsaw or boomstick. So now that we have an official Evil Dead Asymmetrical game, I've been playing this game for a couple months now since release, so I now feel I have a much more of a fair opinion to give. And what do I think of this game? I like it. It's definitely a huge love letter to the Evil Dead fans. It's got all the licenses from the Evil Dead trilogy all the way to Ash vs. Evil Dead, including some remake stuff. The gameplay is solid. It's 1v4. You have a choice if you either want to play as the survivor or the demon, aka the Deadites. What I like about playing as survivor compared to most asymmetrical horror games is I feel free, like I have full control over myself instead of feeling so limited. Well, besides getting possessed by a demon, but that's the point. I like how you're able to use weapons such as guns and melees. I like how you get to drive cars, the maps are pretty huge, you can explore collecting loot crates and upgrade yourself using pink Fs. As the Deadites, you need to collect orbs to be able to use your powers to stop the survivors from sealing you away using the Necronomicon, aka the Book of the Dead. It's cool how you are an invisible floating entity in first person, just like in the movies. I like how you can possess survivors and turn them against their teammates. You can possess trees and cars like in the films. You can summon all kinds of demons and take control over a demon boss. However, like any game, it does have its own fair share of problems. Even though this game can be fun, it is still a early access game that was sold for $40, and you have to wait for years of updates to make the game feel more complete. While I understand that's just modern gaming, still wish it was loaded with content at release. Seeing how this is a live service game, it's inevitable playing with all your friends can be so much fun and such a blast. Another problem I have with this game is there's currently no balanced matchmaking. This means if you are a level 1 survivor, you could go up against a level 45 demon. It's honestly hard to tell if this game is more killer-sided or survivor-sided. Some bugs and glitches here and there, like getting stuck in the map in some twigs or rocks or something. While I do like the skill tree system, I wish there was a way that you could transfer unique skills and perks to other characters. This means you'll most likely play as characters that obviously have the best perks and not for fan purposes. I used to play as Kelly Maxwell when I first started playing because she was my favorite character in Ash vs. Evil Dead, until I realize her stats aren't exactly the best. Now I play as Cheryl a lot only because she has the ability to summon a healing circle that can heal both you and your teammates. My second favorite character to play as is Ash from Army of Darkness, as he uses a magic potion. I'm not a fan playing as the demon mainly because I usually lose way more than win. I'm just not good playing as the Deadites, everybody, and that's okay. Getting back to the positives, I also really like how you can play against an AI, aka easy mode, and you can still get XP for it. The downside is you get very little, so if you want to level up quickly, it's best to go up against a real person. This is something I wish Dead by Daylight had, having different modes. The graphics are amazing, everything looks so well detailed, probably one of the best looking asymmetrical game. I'm also really happy how they got the actors from Ash vs. Evil Dead to return to voice their characters. It was nice hearing them again as the show was sadly cancelled. Still wish for an Ash vs. Evil Dead Season 4. Some of you may have enjoyed the previous single-player games, but here, technically, there is a campaign mode. They're actually cut into sections, and the objective is to beat them to unlock new survivors for the online modes, such as Amanda, Arthur, and Pablo. The only thing I don't like about these campaigns is there are no checkpoints. I guess they don't want you to unlock these special characters that easily, which is fine, but it just makes me want one long story mode and unlock new characters through leveling up online instead. When it comes to the Evil Dead the Game campaigns, it's better to look at them as a chronicle series, seeing how it is unclear where exactly can you fit them when it comes to the movies and the TV show, so it's just best to look at these campaigns as a uncanon series. Evil Dead the Game has a lot of potential. They recently added the Kandar Castle map along with new weapons and cosmetics. They also added a bunch of Evil Dead remake stuff, such as adding David and Mia Allen as playable characters. These updates really added it a lot to the game, but that just makes me question how long are the developers willing to support this game. Because the reason why Dead by Daylight is still so popular to this day is because of the constant updates and adding licensed stuff. Friday the 13th, the game lost its license to where the developers couldn't even add a single rock or a tree due to the lawsuit. Predator Hunting Grounds is a game that's been out for quite a while now, but feels like not much has changed. At the very most, I want the developers to support this game for at least 5 years. Come on guys, you can do it. Please do not quit and move on to another game so soon. Otherwise, Evil Dead the Game will just be another asymmetrical horror game that at least tried. Unless they lose the license like in the case of Friday the 13th, but I hope that doesn't happen. My score for Evil Dead the Game in its current state is a 7 out of 10. You could say this game is groovy, but it does make me wonder how much more groovy will it become years down the line. Now I'm curious to see what happens with the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the game. Alright everybody, that's it for this game review. That's it for Evil Dead the Game. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Hit that notification bell for new videos, and peace out everybody. Hail to the King!